Good evening and welcome. Let's start with our top story. There is a famous proverb that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And it is in reality playing out in Afghanistan right now as the Afghan Taliban and Beijing get cozy. Their opponents, mainly the ISIS-K in Afghanistan and terrorists belonging to the China's persecuted minority, the Uighurs, are joining hands. On Friday, there was a deadly suicide bombing at the Kunduz mosque that killed more than 60 people. The Islamic State has claimed responsibility for the attack, and in its claim of responsibility, the ISIS has identified the bomber as a Uyghur Muslim. They said that the attack targeted both Shiites and the Taliban for their purported willingness to expel Uyghurs to meet demands from China. Earlier today, hundreds of relatives and residents attended a funeral ceremony in Kunduz, outside the Ghazari Syed Abad Mosque for the victims who were killed. While mourning the loss of their loved ones, the people appealed to the Taliban to put an end to this bloodshed.
We request and ask the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan to pay special attention to the security of all mosques and gathering places, especially the Shiite mosques, because we are in the minority. This is not the first tragedy and will not be the last one. It may continue.
This is one of the biggest attacks to take place in Afghanistan after the US exit and boils down to the Taliban-China ties. Now remember that the Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi met the Taliban leadership weeks before the group captured power in mid-August. The question that arises here is, what does China gain by partnering with the Taliban? First of all, this is about Xinjiang, the province where China is accused of persecuting Muslims. There is resistance, and Xinjiang shares a border with Afghanistan. China fears there could be trouble on this front, and by helping the Taliban, Beijing hopes that the Afghans won't support the Uyghur cause. Now, reason number two, Beijing's big power ambitions, the Belt and Road project. Now, the Ashraf Ghani government said no to the BRI grants. The Taliban may not. They will need money. China would be happy to spend it for access. Reason number three, maintaining strategic upper hand and stability in the China-Afghan border, especially the Wakhan corridor bordering China. Now, this strategic narrow strip of territory in the Badakhshan province of Afghanistan is situated at the crossroads linking China, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Tajikistan. The Afghan Taliban is in control of the border, and its presence in the strategic Wakhan corridor could act as leverage for the Taliban in negotiations with China. China's security concern in Afghanistan is a potential regrouping of the Uyghur-dominated East Turkestan Islamic movement, which China says is behind all attacks in the Xinjiang province. Now, at least 500 ETIM fighters have reportedly gathered in Afghanistan's Badakhshan province, which borders Xinjiang via the Wakhan corridor. China also hopes to ascertain its dominance in South Asia by getting involved with the new rulers of Afghanistan. But from what history tells us, it's an unpredictable game for those who have their stakes in Afghanistan. It is infamous as the graveyard of empire. And if anti-Taliban, anti-China forces grow stronger, there will be an imminent threat to Beijing. Now, for more on this, our correspondent, Anas Malik, is joining us live from Kabul. Anas, I'd like to start with the ISIS-K that has claimed the bombing at the Kunduz mosque as a Uyghur. Now, have you got any reactions from the Taliban on this big claim?
Well, Alison, it is indeed a bigger claim on the part of the IS that Mohammed al-Uighuri, in their statement that they have put out, was the suicide bomber who had blown himself up in that packed mosque, the packed Imam Barga, full of Shiites, full of Hazara Shias, who were the target, which has claimed 60 lives. As we speak, the Taliban are yet to put out a statement specifically with regards to this claim that this by the IS that this suicide bomber was an Uyghur, was from Uyghur, and that Muhammad al-Uighuri, as the IS says in its statement, was indeed from Uyghur as well. But we've seen a broader statement coming in on the part of the Taliban. The broader statement says that the IS is an extremist organization, those who would want to divide the Muslims. They've been referred as takfiris in the Taliban statement. The Taliban statement, issued by its spokesperson Zabiullah Mujahid, also goes on to read that those who are behind this quote-unquote heinous act will be brought to justice. This is what the Taliban statement reads, but with regards to the specific claim or with regards to the nationality and origin of the suicide bomber, as we speak, there is no reaction. Alison?
A day after the dastardly attack, which has claimed over 60 lives. I'll repeat the question, Anas. What is the latest update that you have for us from Kunduz, just a day after the dastardly attack that claimed over 60 lives?
Well, the latest update is that there is an operation that has been launched in Kunduz, in Badakhshan, in Takhar, around that area of the north that is by the Taliban. At least 60 people have been confirmed, killed, 149 are dead. The Taliban have been ensuring to the residents of the neighborhood, of the area as well, that they would be ensured security, that they would be, that their well-beings will be protected at all costs. This is what the Taliban are ensuring, but these are all claims for now, and we're yet to see anything practical being done. Some arrests have been done as well, but they're all alleged or rather suspected IS affiliates. There is no official word on the affiliation of these suspects that might have been that have been rounded up by the Taliban. Taliban's investigation unit is there on the ground. They've been corroborating with the police forces in order to investigate the origins and what were the security lapses, and that is the going forward. That is what has been done as yet by the Taliban. Alison?
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.